everybody.
Good morning or
Or
evening,
afternoon
depends
or
on when you're
evening
watching
or
this.
whatever. So this is our first one. We're gonna see how this goes.
We
Maybe
always
we
remember our first.
always remember our first. Yes. So we just want to tell you a little bit about ourselves, and we got some questions we're gonna do. Kind of like our other short videos that we've done at the end. But just kind of wanted to tell you a little bit about us and who we are and whatever.
Okay.
So, I asked Coach, what are kind of 5 things about us that we want people to know? And we kind of put our list together. And so I just thought we'd talk about those and
Cool.
kind of go from there.
Let's do it.
So I think the first thing that is definitely something about us is that we are believers and we have a very strong commitment to our faith. Anything you want to say about that?
Yeah, I was raised in a Christian home, and um, then as I grew older, it was always the plan to meet somebody who was also a believer, who was also a Christian, and I did that. I met Emily, and man, just raise a family in a Christian home, and we've done that as well. And we'll talk more about that and our children as we go along. But that's kind of the short story.
Yeah, and we're very involved in church now. We've been on church staff before, but we are involved at Bellevue Baptist, and we are currently in the college ministry,
Yeah,
doing some things with that.
yeah,
I'm in the music ministry as well, on praise team and in the choir. Trying to get Coach back in choir. I'm putting it on tape, so he has to come now.
yeah. Y'all continue to pray about it, but it's not in the plans right
Oh
now.
yeah, you want to, you know you do. He has a great voice. But anyway, so that is definitely a core part of what we do. You know, our lives are kind of built around that. But there's some other things about us that if you know us, you probably know. But if you don't, you will probably soon find out that we are very much into Disney.
Oh yes,
Love all things Disney.
huge Disney fans. We would be there every day if we could. Um, but it's not the cheapest hobby. And so, when we get opportunities, we love to go, just the two of us.
Yes.
And we also like to take the family and go with whoever wants to go with us. And so it's always a different experience depending on who you have with you. Um, just a quick story. The first time that we actually went just the two of us, we didn't think we would enjoy it. Even Emily was like, it's just not going to be the same. And she was right. It really was not. It was better when our kids were not with us.
That's true.
It was a different experience. It was still fun. We worried that our kids would miss this and love this or whatever. We were there maybe 10, 15 minutes, and then we forgot we had kids. And so, and the experiences are different whether the kids are with us or not. And but yeah, we're huge Disney fans. Our kids are Disney fans, and like I said, any opportunity we get to go as a family, we try to jump on that opportunity every chance.
Absolutely. And when we're at home, when we're missing Disney, we always like to do Disney nights and we like to make Disney food and watch Disney movies. And um, there's always room when we're all together for a couple of quick questions of what ifs and what do you like
Right.
and what would you do if we were at Disney. And it's just something our family enjoys doing. Probably another just big part of our life, and it's not just because it's Coach's occupation, but all of our kids were very involved in sports, and sports is a big deal in our house. We're all super, probably hyper competitive in most things, but football has just been a really big part of our life. I love football. I I've always loved it. I'm a Tennessee Vols fan. If you don't know me, you probably see me in some orange at some point. But that's just a big part of who we are and what we do. So you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, I've been a football fan since I can remember. But I've been in coaching now for a little over 20 seasons. I started my coaching career in Ohio. When I was in the military, I am a military veteran, served in the U.S. Air Force for 4 years, and got into coaching there, and then took some time off, and then got back into it at the school I'm currently at. I'm about to start my 20th year at the high school that I'm at Arlington High School. and have been coaching there most of that time, coaching football. Football is just a love. It's a passion. It's something that I have, and I was fortunate to marry a woman that loves football too, and not her love is not for other sports, but you can enjoy them. But football is where it's at. My boys played for me, both my sons. My daughter cheered on the sidelines at football games, and then also she was part of a dance team in high school. So yeah, football is probably the sport, and then we just can kind of tolerate the other ones. We're kind of getting
Except
into
basketball. Can't
basketball.
even with
Yeah,
that.
it depends. We recently for back in November, we recently did our first ever NHL hockey game.
That was
Go
fun.
Preds,
Yep.
and that was fun.
Yep.
So we just like to be active, and sports do that for us. So yeah, so we really are a sports family.
And I really love us because we always come. It doesn't matter where we're going or who we're going to see, or it could even be like church rec. But if we're going to support somebody, we're wearing all the colors. We've got
Mm-hmm.
all the signs and the noisemakers and all the things.
Well, she does.
I have all the noisemakers.
Yeah.
I just like to be loud. Really? I do. I do. I always want to know. I always wanted my kids to know where I was. And I think I accomplished that
Yeah, as if
most
just yelling from
places.
the bleachers, "That's my kid," didn't didn't quite get over. Then she'll also ring cowbells or make obnoxious noises of some kind.
My
So
loud cup. I got one of
yeah,
those too.
yeah, which is ironic. She's never done that for me, just our kids. And so at any rate,
You always know where I am.
I'm not bitter. That is true. I usually
Yeah.
always know where she's at.
Um, I think another thing about our family, I feel like I'm interviewing you more than us talking about it, but that's
No, we're
okay.
talking about it.
Um, is just family. Family is just super important to us, and
Yeah,
not just the five of us or the six of us now, but extended family and the legacy of our family. We are ones to kind of drop everything and go when family is here
yeah,
and needs us, and we like to hang out and just be around, even if it's just being in the same room. We don't have to plan anything crazy or
right.
do anything, but just family is super important. So you want to talk it all about
Well, when we
legacy?
the house that we live in now, when we bought it, one of the first things you said to me was that you wanted this house to be a place where people would want to come and hang out for our kids. But it also became a lot by accident. It became the place where everybody in the family converges for the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we were doing holidays at other houses throughout the years. And then when we got in this house, some things changed with the family dynamic. And so our house became Thanksgiving and Christmas where our extended family would come. We'll have 20, 25 people here eating at one time. And it's really nice because we have the room to do that. We have a 10-foot um, dinner table that can seat 20 folks. Now we're pretty packed in to do that,
Yeah.
but so this has been a place where the Lord has really blessed us to be able to entertain and to have friends over for dinner, whether it's just a couple of us or, like I said, to have 20, 25 people. That's what I love about this house, but it, also I love about the family dynamic and that we're both very big on family. A lot of people don't have that in their lives. It's just not something that's a priority to them. Whereas with us, it is a must.
Yeah.
We have to be able to have our family with us and be a part of our family's lives on both sides of the family, her family and mine. So
And because of that, we love to be around our kids and everything. And we've talked recently about just the different phases of life that you have. It's just super busy when they're little, and you have all the things, and every day feels like 100 years. And then you blink, and it's been 10 years or 15 years or 18 years. And every season kind of has its own challenge and its own, thing that we love about it. But this season right now, our kids are older. Our youngest is about to turn 20, so we're not even going to have any teenagers in the house anymore. But when we all get together now, we have the best time, and
Oh,
they
yeah,
just laugh until they
yeah,
cry. Or
right.
me too. And just, I don't know, it is just the most amazing time of life for us. It is hard that they are all over the place, or halfway across the country and everything, and we're in three different time zones and all the things, or well, just two now, three.
Well, it'll be 3
Yeah.
starting in August. Yeah.
But when we all get together, it's like it hasn't been any time at all,
Right.
and
Yeah.
just sitting around the table, just telling stories and laughing, and it's super fun. We just love it.
Yeah. She talks about our kids getting together and just laugh till they cry. We recently, talking about Disney, we did a Disney trip when our youngest, Cam, was a senior in high school. And standing in lines at Disney is, you just kind of have to prepare for it. But our kids started playing games, and I can't think of a single line that we were waiting on a ride where they didn't start playing a game, and they would just. I enjoyed, and I started laughing, crying, laughing with them. I don't even know what's going on, but for them to be crying, laughing as well, it's contagious, and
Yeah.
so that's very much something that is big in our family. Is just playing games and having fun and laughing and joking and uh, just
Never
being
really too
together.
serious.
Yeah, and there's never a dull moment.
And that was the last thing that I had written down that we talked about, was that we really just like to have a good time. We can totally be serious. We have our moments of serious. We take a lot of things serious as far as our faith and our responsibilities and things like that. But overall, I mean, we just like to laugh and like to have
Mm-hmm.
a good time and not take ourselves too seriously. I think that probably comes across. I hope that comes across in a lot of our interactions and things like that, except for the last like 10 minutes when we've been very serious about talking about us. So I do want to break it up just a little bit. We're going to do some questions, and
Okay.
then we'll come back and just kind of tell our story. We have a really cool story. God writes pretty amazing stories, and I think ours is one of them. But anyway, I just have a couple of questions, and I'll ask you, and then we can act like you're asking me the same question.
Okay.
All right. If you had to rename me based on my personality, what name would you choose?
um. um. That's tough. Immediately, I started trying to go through the seven dwarfs names.
Watch it.
Mainly because she's short, way shorter than me.
Oh, that's funny.
But if I were to rename you, I have a nickname for you that I've had for a long time. I call her my baby doll. I won't go into why. That's a whole different video. But no, it's just your personality is such that um, I really can't. It can't be locked into one name.
Oh,
So,
so a
um,
non-answer.
well, Enigma. I have. I don't know.
That's
I'm
not,
a.
not even a name.
I'm afraid if I go.
That's like a villain name on
I'm
a
afraid.
on a
Well,
Marvel movie.
I'm afraid if I any name that I would give would come off as a villain, and that's
Why can't it be like a
not the case.
girl's name? But
Well,
that's just not mine.
what would you rename me?
Okay, I don't know why.
Because I everybody calls me Coach. I rarely ever hear my real
Okay, you don't
birth
get to
given name.
name it yourself.
I
I'm
know
gonna
that.
name it.
I know that. But what? So I'm curious between what would you name me?
Okay, initial.
This is not even fair because you had a chance to. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
I do not know why. This is just initially like if I was just gonna name you
Okay.
Trevor. I don't know why. I don't know.
Like I
Trevor.
feel like I should be sitting here with a sweater tied around my neck.
No, that's not why I call you
Trevor.
Trevor. Trevor?
I don't.
No.
Trevor.
I have no idea. Okay. So if
Oh my
you,
gosh.
next question, if you could ban me from doing one thing forever, what would it be?
Asking me questions, and then when I answer the questions, you go, no. That I would ban.
Okay.
I would ban, I guess. I, I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I would be like, really wish she would stop doing that. But except that.
Okay.
What would you
So
ban me from?
what would I ban you from?
Probably burping would be one of them.
You know,
Chewing chips. Go ahead.
why are you making your own list? If you already have a list, you should just stop doing them.
I'm
You should
bracing
just
for
stop doing it.
impact.
If you have your own list, just stop doing it. Um, I would say, well, that slurping your coffee when I'm talking. Actually, any noises at all while you eat, any slurping included.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Or licking your fingers. I really hate that. Okay.
You got to get all the goody. And
Yeah.
your cooking is so good that
Yeah, you're sweet. Thank you.
that's a sign of your good cooking.
All right. So if I came, be honest,
Okay.
if I came with a warning label, what would it say?
It'd be caution hot.
Mm, thank you. Is it my turn? Oh,
Well,
if
that or
you,
obnoxiousness may be closer than it appears.
okay. If you came with a warning label, um, warning combustible,
I
whatever
can't do
might
that.
might
Yeah.
explode. What is? I don't know if the
Yeah.
label says what.
Yeah.
You just kind of never know.
Yep. Especially if I'm driving.
Yes.
Guilty.
All right. This one I don't know about, but it says, "What is something I think I'm good at, but I'm actually really not very good at."
Telling jokes.
I don't think I'm good at telling.
But you keep trying. So I keep thinking you think eventually you'll get good at it.
Oh, that's a really good answer because I am terrible. Only if they're long. I can usually do a short joke. It's the long jokes that have the long setup because I always forget one part and then I have to go back. Yeah, that's true. What is something that you think you're really good at but terrible at? You've had such a good answer. I don't have an answer.
I'm not going to help you on this one because you keep saying I'm good at singing. I'm really not.
You aren't good at singing.
That I
But
think
you're
I'm.
not terrible at.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to help you out because I'm trying to think of something that I do that you're like, you really should stop.
Reading directions? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Actually, you don't read directions. Actually, doing a
I've
project, you think you can just do it,
right.
but then you don't read the directions.
I always think that I don't need the directions to do it. Yeah.
You're not good at that. You should just read the directions.
I should just read the directions.
Yeah. All right. Last question, and then we can hop on to something else. What is one thing you would love for us to do together more?
Travel. After our experience this summer driving to Denver, that has got me. I if I can fly, I love flying. If I could fly everywhere, before our trip to Denver, I was still in this philosophy of if we have to drive it, fine, we'll drive it. But if I can fly anywhere, I'm on board. I really want to fly. Now it's I and I don't know if it's more cost driven or what, but we had so much fun And we always have fun when we drive places, whether we drive to Orlando, drive to my parents in Florida. We always seem to find things to talk about, laugh about, and we've recently got video footage of all of that. But that was such a gorgeous drive out to Denver that I really don't know if we will fly if we're pressed for time. Like if we need to get out there so we can have maximize our visit time, I would say that. But just I want to drive more, just the two of us, just wherever.
Yeah, I think my answer is the same. I just love being in the car and love traveling, but he makes a great travel partner because he, you know, actually, I get to be a passenger princess, and so
Yeah,
it's
she don't
awesome.
drive,
I don't usually drive.
and it's not from because she doesn't want to. It's just that um, I go to sleep. So if I'm on the passenger side,
Yeah, if I'm driving, he's
if
sleeping.
she's
So
driving, I'm sleeping.
if I
So
want him awake, he has to be driving.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I do the snacks and the
Okay.
entertainment and the
Oh,
DJ
we'll have
and
to do a
all of that.
video
So
about what we did for food on the way out to Denver,
yeah,
there and back, because oh, it was just a great trip. But we're just
yeah.
gonna have a Denver trip video.
Well, I made one. So, um, and just kind of the last thing I want to talk about was our story. We've already gone probably longer than we should have in the first one, but can you do a quick version of how we met?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
just quick, okay.
yeah. So I was chaperoning a mission trip to Casper, Wyoming, with a youth group from my home church in Florida, and I'm in the back of a cafetorium in an elementary school, and I hear this voice, and that voice walked out on stage, and that moment, uh, I make the joke, my mind was no longer on the things of the Lord. Um, I was like, I need to meet her. I need to talk to her. And then used about 3 days later, finally got up the guts and used every worst Christian pickup line you could possibly imagine. And I think I invented a couple. And then uh, I got done talking because I like to talk, especially when I'm feeling awkward. And her first words ever to me were,
Oh, what grade are you in?
yeah, what grade are you in? Y'all, I had been out of school for 6 or 7 years, um, already been in the military and everything else. So apparently, I have a very young looking, or had a very young looking face at the time. So yeah,
So I was working with World Changers. I was on their summer staff that summer, and I was the worship leader for the camps that we were doing. And Casey brought was one of the chaperones
one
that
of
brought a
chaperones.
group up
Mm-hmm.
from Florida at the time. He was living in Florida, and I was living in Memphis. But we met in Casper, Wyoming, and we were engaged 3 months later, and then we were married almost a year after that. We got pregnant on our honeymoon, had our
Don't recommend that.
first baby.
It's cool now, but I don't
Yeah,
recommend
first
that.
baby within the year of our first marriage, and
Our
then
first marriage?
I'm sorry, when we got married
When we got
of
married?
our marriage, yeah,
Yeah.
of our only marriage, and then 2.5 years later we had Kaylee, and then 2 years, 2.5 years after that we had
Mm-hmm.
Cameron. If that had been a plan, it'd been a great one. It was not the plan. But anyway, so the Lord is just we were kind of on this like Amtrak train for lots of years. Just it was crazy, lots of things. Casey was in the ministry. Well, he was in school when we first got
Mm-hmm.
married, and then in ministry. I started teaching right after we got married. I swore I would never do it, but the Lord provided a job for me to teach. I was in education for 26 years. Casey was in local church ministry for a while, and then got a job teaching and coaching at Arlington High School, and we did that. He's been doing that for 20 years.
Mm-hmm. About to
So that's
start your
kind of
20.
who we are. Caleb, our oldest, got married about 3 years ago to Abigail. So we now have 4 kids, and we're just loving life, and that's just who we are. We love to have a good time. We are shocked that people watch our videos, and anyway, but we wanted to give you kind of a behind the scenes of who we are
Yeah.
and what we're about, and anyway, so that's episode 1.
Yeah. And be sure that if you enjoyed this video, be sure that you like it and subscribe to Those Nelsons 901. And we would love for you to jump on and check out. We're just going to try to weekly put something out there for you guys to enjoy, maybe laugh, cry, be serious, be silly, funny, but just a time for us to let people get to know us and what our life has been like for, gosh, over 28 years now. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon here with Those Nelsons.
Those Nelsons.